Hi service and aspiring service, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to make this zipper jacket. So if this looks like what you're interested in, then let's dive into the main video. So for this tutorial we're going to be making use of these essential materials right here. So these are the basic things you need to achieve this particular design. So what we have here now is the quality zipper. This is called the caterpillar zipper and we have them in different sizes, but for this tutorial I only need a longer size, and this particular size is about 30.5 inches. So if you're getting it, note the size you're getting. So for me, I got these two colors because I'm not sure of which will blend into the kind of fabric color I'm using. So I also got this turtleneck fabric. It is very stretchy and it can be used for my wristband and my waistband. So I got this for about 900 naira, half trouser. Then I also got this quality fabric, quality cotton fleece, which also has a towel back. Obviously that one makes it a fleece fabric. So I got this for about 3.5 yards, and yeah, this is also the standard measurement we're going to be using for this tutorial. I'm working with a large size, so this is the standard measurement I need for this tutorial. So with no further delay guys, let's get right into the main tutorial video. So now I've already gone ahead to lay my fabrics just like this, because it's going to be having a zipper at the front. I already folded this like this, and I'd already gone ahead to pin this down. Just because a shoulder line is at the back is higher than the front, I'd already gone ahead to leave 1 inch allowance here as well. Another thing to take note is that this is going to be having a zipper at the front part. I left a little allowance which is lesser than 0.5. It's like a division of 0.5. That should be about 0.25. So I left that allowance for the zipper space. So now what I have here for the allowance, for the zipper allowance, is about 2 inches, just as you can see. Now I'm going to go ahead to make analysis of the length measurement. So for the length I have 29 inches here. I deducted 2 inches, which will serve as the waistband allowance. So it gave me 27 inches. So I added 1 inch as seam allowance to 27 inches. That gave me 28. So now I'm going to go ahead to measure my 28 inches, folding my back like this, and it gave me the 28 inches because I'd already gone ahead to mark that out. So now for my body measurement, I have 46 inches. I'm going to divide it by 4, and that's going to give me 11.5. So I'm going to add ½ inch allowance to my 11.5, and that's going to give me 12 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to measure the width of my neckline. So for my neckline, I'm going to be marking 3 inches as the width measurement, and all my measurements I'm going to be taking, including the body, I make sure that it's included the allowance I left at the front part. So now for my neck depth at the front, I'm going to be making use of 4 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to match my lines together using my French curve. So for my back neckline, I'm only going to come down by 1 inch, and I'm going to use my chalk to form a curve around my neckline. So once I'm done with it, I'm going to go ahead to cut. Now I'm going to go ahead to measure my shoulder line. And for my shoulder line, I'm going to be making use of 6 inches. Now my full shoulder measurement is 9 inches. That was 18 inches divided by 2. That gave me 9 inches. So I subtracted 3 inches from my 9 inches, and that gave me 6 inches. That was how I was able to get my shoulder line. I hope this is clear. You can see that what we have here is 9 inches. Moving on, I'm going to measure my chest line. So for my chest line, I have 16 inches there, and dividing that into 2, that's going to give me 8 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to mark my 8 inches, and then I'm also going to merge my lines just like you can see me do in the video. So now for my armhole, I'm going to be making use of 8.5 inches, and this is also going to include my shoulder line from the back. So after marking my armhole point, I'm going to use my French curve to trace out these lines. Now that I have a shape of what I want, I'm going to go ahead to cut out what I have here. Now for my sleeve length, I'm going to be making use of 23 inches as my sleeve length measurement, and this includes my seam allowance. I'm also going to go ahead to take my arm measurement. So for my arm measurement, I'm going to measure 17 inches, and that's going to be 8.5 inches on division. So I added 1 inch allowance, that made it 9.5. So what I have here is 9.5. Then remember that I'm going to come down by 3 inches from the upper part, and I'm going to go ahead to match this line towards the center point of my sleeve. So once I'm done with that, I'm also going to go ahead to measure my down sleeve. So for my down sleeve here, I have 13 inches, and that's going to give me 6.5 inches. So I'm going to add half inch allowance as well to my 6.5 inches, and that's going to give me 7 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to mark out my 7 inches, and I'm going to use my ruler to merge this point together. So now that I have the shape of what I want, I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. The next thing I want to cut out now is my cap measurement. So here's another technique to getting your cap width measurement. So I'm going to go ahead to measure my neckline round, and according to what I have here, I have about 10.5 inches here. So I'm going to go ahead to calculate what I want. So just because I'm working with a stretchy material, I made it 11 inches, and I added 1 inch allowance as my seam allowance, and that gave me 12 inches. So just for extra allowance, because I'm working with a stretchy fabric, I gave it 13 inches. So this exactly would give me 13 inches. So I decided to deduct the 5 inches I have here. But even if I had made it 13.5 inches, it would have still fitting because I'm working with a stretchy material. So now I'm going to go ahead to cut my hoodie cap. So for my length, I have 17 inches here, which is what I need. So I'm going to be making use of 13 inches. So now if I was going to be working with a full hoodie, I will be using exactly 13.5 inches as my hoodie cap width. So now I'm going to go ahead to mark this point, making a curve around my cap. So make sure that you're making a curve just like I did in this video. And there are different techniques. You can decide to come up by 1.5 inches to make a slopey shape around your cap width, but I decided to leave mine like that. So now I'm going to go ahead to cut out what I have here. Now after cutting, I have 4 pieces here, and this is because I'm doubling my hoodie cap. You can decide not to double yours and make it single by working with just 2 pieces. So now I'm going to move to cutting out my pocket. So for my pocket length, that's my front pocket, I'm making use of 12 inches. And for the zipper allowance, I also left 2 inches here. And for the width, I'm also going to be making use of 7 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead to mark my 7 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to cut what I have. So from this point, I'm going to come down by 8 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to mark my 8 inches. Also from that point, I'm going to come in by 2.5 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to mark my 2.5 inches. Also from the downside, I'm going to come in by 1.5 inches. So once I'm able to point out all of this, I'm going to use my ruler to trace out this mark. Now that I have what I want, I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. So for my waistband measurement, I'm going to mark out 2.5 inches as the length measurement, which includes the seam allowance. But for the width, I didn't measure anything because it is very stretched, so I'm going to be stretching it to fit into what I have as my waist. So I'm also going to be cutting double pieces of this because I'm also going to be needing it for my waistband. Also for my waistband flap, I'm also going to be marking out 2.5 inches as the length measurement, while for the width, I'm also going to be marking out 3 inches. And for this, I need 2 pieces, so I have them on fold already. So now I'm going to go ahead to mark this point and cut. So guys, with no further delay, let's get into the main sewing process. So the first thing I did was to apply stay on my zipper allowance, and I did that on the 2 different surfaces I have. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now will be to sew on my hoodie cap. So I'm going to be sewing on the main hoodie cap, and I'm also going to be sewing on the one that we're serving as a lining. So for the main cap itself, I'm going to be sewing on the wrong surface, which is the fleece area. So for the lining cap, I'm going to be sewing on the right surface, just as you can see in this video. So I'm going to sew this just like I did for the first one. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to pick the center point of my main cap, and I'm going to also attach the center point of the lining together with that. Then I'm going to go ahead to sew the straight part of my cap. So after joining the caps together, this is what I have. So I'm going to go ahead to lay this aside. The next thing I'm going to do now will be to sew on my pocket. So for this, I'm going to weave the zipper allowance on my pocket, and I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. After this, I already went ahead to make a double stitch on the longer part of my pocket allowance, and this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to attach the pocket to the bodies of my hoodie. So all I just need to do is place my pockets on my bodies like this and pin this down. Then I'm also going to fold the allowance of where I'm going to be stitching, and I'm also going to go ahead to pin it down. So I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to sew on my shoulder line. So I'm going to attach the front bodies of my hoodie to the back body, just like you can see me illustrate in this video. Then I'll go ahead to sew. I'm also going to repeat the same process on the other shoulder as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to centralize my armhole. So I'm going to be doing this by noting the center point of my armhole. So I'm going to also do this on the other armhole as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to open my armhole like this, and I'm going to go ahead to attach the center point of my sleeve, which I'm also going ahead to notch. I'm going to attach it to my armhole. Then I'm going to pick my sewing from this angle, just as you can see me illustrate in this video. So I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. Moving on, the next thing I'm going to do will be to sew the side of my hoodie, and I'm going to start this by picking it from the sleeve area. So I'm going to sew from this part of my sleeve down to my waistband, and I'm also going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So after sewing the sides of my hoodie, this is what I have. So if you've been following this video to this point, this is the result of what you should be getting. And if you're not getting this, then you need to go back to watch the video from the beginning. So now at this point, the next thing I'm going to be doing now will be to centralize the center point of my zipper allowance. So I'm going to be folding this like this to make sure it is aligning with the other zipper allowance. Then I'm going to go ahead to iron this part of my hoodie. So after ironing, this is what I have. So you can see that it is aligning with what is there. So I'm going to just go ahead to trim out the excess I have around here. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead to attach my waistband to this. And remember that we had an extension for our waistband, so I'm going to go ahead to join this extension with my band. So this is my extension, and I'm going to go ahead to attach this to my band, just as you can see me do in this video. So once I'm done with that, I'm also going to double my extension like this, and I'm going to go ahead to sew on that part. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to flip my band to the right side, just like you can see in this video. So I'm going to trim whatever excess I have here as well. Now, because I'm working with a very stretchy band, I'm going to pick my waistband from this point, and I'm going to stretch it towards the other point just to get my desired waistband measurement. So once I'm able to get what I want, I'm going to cut out the excess. So now that I already have my desired measurement, I'm going to go ahead to attach this to my waistband. So after attaching my waistband, this is the result of what I have. So I'm going to proceed to attaching my wristband to my sleeve. So for my wristband, I'm going to go ahead to measure 7 inches for my wristband, and I need 2 pieces of this, so that's why it is on double fold. So I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. So if you're wondering how we're able to get the length, for the length we made use of 2.5 previously, so what I have here as the full length is 5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to fold my band like this, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the other band as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now will be to fold my wristband like this, and I'm going to mold it to fit into what I want. So once I'm able to get the joining to fit into each other, I'm also going to go ahead to attach this to my sleeve. So I'm going to attach the joining of my wristband to meet the joining of my sleeve, just as you can see me illustrate in this video. So once I get that, I'll go ahead to weave this, and I'm also going to go ahead to repeat the same process on the other sleeve as well. So here is the result of what I did, and this is how it is looking like. So at this point, I'm already gonna ahead to fix my eyelet, and this is what we have. So I'm going to go ahead to sew on this line towards the other end as well. Now after sewing, this is what I have, and this is how it is looking like. So I'm going to go ahead to attach this on my hoodie neckline. So to achieve this, I'm going to go ahead to notch the center point of my hoodie neckline, which is what I'm doing in this video. So once I'm able to notch the center point of my neckline, I'm going to attach the joining of my hoodie cap on my neckline, just as you can see me illustrate in this video. I'm also going to attach the front part of my cap to meet with this point of my zipper allowance. So you can see that we have exactly the measurement we used for our cap. So I'm also going to go ahead to pin this down, but before then I'm going to go ahead to remove this tape so that it doesn't make this part of my zipper too thick to sew on. So once I properly attach my cap to my neckline, I'm going to go ahead to sew this round. So after sewing this round, this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now will be to attach my zipper to the allowance we have here. So I'm going to go ahead to sew this on my straight sewing machine. So after sewing, this is the result of what we have. So I also went ahead to also sew around my cap just to make it more firm. So if you watch this video to this point, guys, this is me saying thank you for always watching my videos, and if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Please kindly subscribe, like, comment and share. Bye.